My rich wife, the CEO, left me with our 2-year-old child for my own brother. The email arrived at 2:14 a.m. Not from her, not from him, from a client. A line buried at the bottom of a chain about quarterly filings. Your wife mentioned your brother was helpful closing the deal in Dubai. Wife, brother, Dubai. 3 words, each one cut deeper than the last. I read it again, and again, 1,000 quiet detonations inside my skull. The cursor blinked at me like it knew. She was supposed to be home that week. Sick, she said. Fever. Too weak to attend. I stayed back with our daughter, 2 years old, still struggling with words, but her smile was everything. But Dubai? With him? I sat in the dark, the child breathing softly in the next room, while the truth I never wanted to imagine began to take shape. And for the first time, I understood silence could be sharper than a scream. I tested my own memory like a lawyer testing a witness. The missed calls, the late nights, the sudden perfume that lingered on her blazer. How she stopped saying we and started saying I. And him, my brother, the only blood I thought I could trust. His visits grew more frequent but never long, always in a hurry, always avoiding my eyes. At first I dismissed it, told myself I was imagining shadows where none existed, that my exhaustion was painting pictures of betrayal on blank walls. But deep down, I knew. The way her voice softened on the phone when she thought I wasn't listening. The way his number appeared in her messages under the disguise of CFO, emergency, a title to hide a sin. I wanted to confront her, demand, accuse, but the words never left my mouth. I couldn't, not yet, because suspicion wasn't enough. I needed proof, proof that would leave her nowhere to run, nowhere to twist. So I smiled at breakfast, changed diapers, kissed her cheek before work, and started watching. I learned patience in silence. Phone records were easy, numbers don't lie. The late-night calls, the overseas charges, always him, always them. DNA tests, harder. I wasn't searching for paternity. No, our daughter was mine. Every feature mirrored me. But I needed to erase the faintest possibility that her betrayal went deeper. So I tested anyway. Results confirmed what I already knew. She was mine. My blood. My reason to endure. Still, I needed more. Her assistant spoke too freely over coffee one morning. She's been traveling with Mr. Raymond a lot lately. You must be proud of them working so closely. Proud. The word nearly broke me. But I said nothing. I nodded, and inside, I buried another shard of glass. Nights, when she claimed late meetings, I drove, parked across from the firm, watched, and there she was. Hand on his arm, his hand on her back, their laughter slicing through me like a blade. The rage was volcanic, but I froze it, let it calcify into something sharper. I wasn't going to explode. Explosions fade. I wanted permanence. I wanted to break her from the inside. So I waited. The photographs arrived in an unmarked envelope. Hotel lobbies, airport lounges, his hand cupping her face in a moment too intimate for siblings-in-law. Evidence. Clean, undeniable, brutal. I stared at them until the images blurred. My fingers didn't shake. My breath didn't break. When she walked into the kitchen that evening, I didn't shout, I didn't accuse. I simply placed the envelope on the counter and slid it toward her. She opened it. Her face drained, eyes wide, lips parted, searching for air that wouldn't come. Where did you... I cut her off with a single word. Truth. She folded. Tears, excuses, fragments of sentences about love, confusion, weakness. She begged. She tried to reach for me. I stood still, cold, watching the empire of lies she built crumble under the weight of silence. She wanted rage. She wanted me to break, to make her the victim. But I gave her nothing. She left. Not for shame, not for regret, for him. My brother, the man who wore my face but none of my loyalty. And she took nothing with her, not even our daughter, 2 years old. She left her behind like discarded baggage. I raised her alone, quietly, patiently, watching her grow. 4 years turned her into a mirror of her mother. Same eyes, same fire. But she was mine, entirely mine. And when the day came, when fate spun the wheel and placed me in the same courtroom as her, my ex-wife, now CEO of the richest law firm in the city, she froze. Not at me, at the small hand tugging mine. "Daddy," my daughter whispered, pointing at the woman, "who is she?" Before I could answer, another voice, clear, innocent, echoed through the room. From behind me, "Mommy!" But not to her, to another woman, her biggest rival. My daughter ran past my leg and into her arms, hugged her tight, called her Mom. And in that instant, I watched my ex-wife's empire collapse again. This time, not from betrayal, from irrelevance. She tried to speak, but words caught in her throat. Shock, disbelief, maybe even regret. I didn't wait, didn't explain, because explanation is mercy, and mercy was something I no longer carried. My daughter smiled, safe in the arms of the woman who had become more of a mother than blood ever was. I turned to leave, cold, final. Behind me, I heard her voice break. A single word, my name. I didn't look back, because I had already buried her years ago, the night she chose my brother over her own child. Now she was just a ghost screaming in daylight, and I don't answer ghosts. The day she realized she'd lost everything wasn't when she left me, it was when my daughter stopped calling her mother.